Hello, folks. It's Jeremy Whaley here from Trade Maestro, and I want to talk a little bit about XRP today. It's been in the news lately. It's been running up really big. Some would say it's been pumping, and then suddenly it stopped. Everybody's like, oh, it's going to go to $600, $6,000, $60,000. It's going to replace Bitcoin. But of course, what happened, started selling off rapidly, and people are starting to panic, and they're like, Jeremy, how low is it going to go? Why is it selling so much? And I said in my cool, calm voice, it's going to sell off to about $2.20 and bounce. And of course, that's exactly what's happening. So if you want to know why XRP is selling off to $2.20 and bouncing, and you want to know how to trade it moving forward, watch this video. Let's go. Hello, everybody. It's Jeremy Whaley here from Trade Maestro. You can find us over at trademaestro.com. And as I said in the opening, I want to talk a little bit about cryptocurrency and specifically XRP. You should be seeing XRP on my screen here. And you can see, if I go back in time just a little bit from November, moving up in through December, and then peaking right at the beginning of January, we went from, 50 cents all the way to almost $3.40, and then it starts selling. Now, if you look at this on the chart, it doesn't look that scary, but if you're just watching it really close, which is what most people do, most people don't look at it in context. Most people look at it about like this right here, and they're like, oh no, it's freaking out. Actually, it's really not. I mean, percentage-wise, it was a pretty good sized move, but if you zoom out on this, and then if you do some of our analysis on it, our technicals, we put let's put our lines on there first, and oh, look at that. It's like, wow, there's a little bit of structure in there that it's almost like we had a clue what was going to happen. And yeah, it's because we did have a clue what was going to happen. You see, these lines are not random. I drew them with an intention, and they tell us the structure of the trade. That's what I want to talk about in this video. But before I do that, I want to kind of talk about what most people do, especially as it relates to cryptocurrency. But they really do this with all stocks and options and everything that they're trading. And that is they get in their head what the value should be. And so maybe you've watched a YouTube video and someone says the value of XRP should be, $10, or maybe they say $50 or $100 or $600. For some reason, I've been hearing that number lately. And a lot of people are like, it's going to replace Bitcoin. It's going to be worth $100,000 a token. There's all sorts of rumors, especially around XRP. And so then what happens is people who don't really understand how pricing works and they don't understand price action, they're looking at this and like, well, why is it not going to that price? As soon as it starts to run up, they think, oh, it should go straight there. That's actually not normal. It's not normal for prices to shoot up like a rocket. It does happen, and especially it happens in crypto, but it's not normal. And it's not justified the way that people think it is. So I want to talk about what do we need to do if we want to actually make money trading in the market? What do we do? How do we make money? And the answer is, if you want to make money, the first step to making real profits in the market is to adopt a new philosophy. And that philosophy is a philosophy of buying and selling. A philosophy of buying and selling. You see, you don't make money simply buying a cryptocurrency and holding it forever. Can you? Yes, you can, but XRP is a perfect example of why that usually doesn't work. If you were one of the many people that bought XRP a couple of years ago when it was, a couple dollars, and then it sold off to 50 cents and it kind of hung out there for a couple of years while they were trying to get this lawsuit tied up, well, you understand how frustrating that was. You're sitting holding all of this XRP bag and nothing's happening with it. Because the way you make money is not to just hold it and hodl, buy it and hodl, as they like to say in crypto, but rather the way you make money is to buy low and sell at a higher price. Or you can flip that and you can buy high, sell high, I should say, and buy at a lower price. So the way you make money is to buy low and sell at a higher price, or sell at a higher price and then buy back at a lower price. That's how you make money trading anything. Doesn't matter if it's crypto, doesn't matter if it's stocks, options, everything that you trade. It's all going to be the exact same philosophy. So the question then becomes, well, how can we know? How can we possibly know, if we come back over here to our chart, how can we know that XRP is going to run up to $3.30 a token and then back down to $2.20, $2.25. How can we possibly know that these ranges are here? And how could I have drawn these purple lines and they seem to work like magic? Well, it's because I have the magic tool and the magic wand. It's this pen right here. When I draw a line, it works. No, that's really not it at all. What it is there's structure in our trades. And there's two words that I want to teach you. I'm going to put up here on the slides here if I can find my slides. And that is first, support and resistance. Support and resistance. Support is the price point where a trade finds more buying pressure than selling pressure, and that buying pressure drives the price of the trade higher. This is what you saw happening on this trade with XRP. There's suddenly a lot of buying pressure that's building up, and as the culture around it started to put a lot more pressure on it, all these buyers surge in, and it drives the price of the crypto higher. In this case, it's crypto, but it applies to everything. This works for stocks. It's the same for futures, forex, anything you're trading. Okay, it's all a matter of supply and demand. It's a function of how much buying pressure there is to drive the price higher. So whenever you have buyers that are driving the price higher, guess what happens? The price is going to rise. Now, eventually you're going to reach a point where we've saturated and we've run out of buyers and there's no more buyers available. It's not that they don't want to buy. They just have either put all the money in that they can, or maybe news cycles have changed, whatever it is, but the momentum has started to shift. And when that momentum starts to shift, we move into a new phase, and that is a phase that we call resistance. And this is the price point where a trade finds more selling pressure than buying pressure, and that selling pressure drives the price of the trade lower. Now take a look at this example right here. And you're going to see how the price runs up into that resistance zone, and then it turns and it sells off into that support level, and then it rises back up into that resistance zone and back down to support, and back up to resistance, back down to support, and it goes over and over and over in a predictable repeating pattern. Interesting. Predictable repeating pattern. Does that mean it's something that we could trade off of? And the answer is yes, it is. What you're seeing is you're seeing the foundation of pattern behavior. Now, I don't have time to teach all of pattern behavior in this video, but what I do want to show you here is on this XRP trade, if I zoom in on this, you're going to notice that, oh, these purple lines represent, see, we get our pen working over here. I think we got on the wrong screen. Yeah, move it over here to this screen. What these purple lines represent is they represent buying pressure. That is your support. Okay. And then up here, we're seeing our resistance come into play. So when my friends were sending me, well, that says resistance, even though it doesn't even kind of look like it. My friends were sending me messages and they're like, hey, how low is it going to go? And I just simply said, well, around $2.20. How did I know? Because what I recognized is that was the support level. That was the support level. So that's the secret right there. Once you can learn to identify support and resistance levels, once you understand where they are in the chart, and by the way, this shows up on every chart. If I zoom out on XRP, you're going to see that I've got some history in here. I got a lot of these lines drawn because there's actually quite a bit of structure in here for XRP. You also see something up here. These are called Fibonacci lines. And when you don't have structure built yet, we often use Fibonacci's as an initial target to give us a little bit of structure. But you can apply this to any trade. For example, let's take a look over here at the Dow Jones Industrial Average and look at that. Oh, it looks exactly the same. It's running up into resistance. It pulls down into support, back up into resistance. Let's take a look over here at the S&P 500. And you're going to say that, oh, look at that. It runs up into resistance, back down to support, up to resistance, down to support. And there's literally not a trade on my watch list that I can't do this with. Every single stock that we trade, every crypto that we trade, every forex pair that we trade, every one of them sets up the exact same way with support and resistance. So what happens for most people is they're out there on the internet and they're getting these ideas of, oh, this should be worth such and such, and they put it in their head, oh, this is what it should be trading at, and then they're just holding on for dear life, literally, And weeks go by, months, years, decades go by, nothing happens. And what they missed out on was the idea that if you just sell it when it gets to resistance and you buy it when it comes back down to support, you're actually making money on that trade. And this is how real traders make money over and over and over again. While most people are sitting there holding on and hoping and praying and suffering through the big dips and riding the roller coasters up and down, what traders are doing, and I'm talking about the active traders, they're riding those waves up and down, up and down. Once you understand this, you understand the secret. Support and resistance tell us the price point where those buyers and sellers are going to make a trading decision. And if you can understand that, if you get this key concept, you will understand trading like you've never understood it before. This simplifies everything. So if you want to learn more about this, guess what? I have a way you can do that. I actually have a course called Trading with Support and Resistance. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, that's going to be so expensive. It's really not. Guess what? It is included. It is included 100% in my membership over at Trade Maestro, the Maestro membership, where you get access to over 20 courses. And it's not just the courses that you have access to, but you have access to our live group coachings, our Sunday night live classes, and the community and all the other stuff that we offer. It's all included in the membership over at trademaestro.com. So if and when you're ready to participate in that, all you need to do is go over to trademaestro.com, trademaestro.com, and you can get yourself set up to start learning to identify support and resistance and all of the other things that you need to learn so that you can trade the market effectively. Hey, listen, if you like this video and you want to see some more of these, all you need to do is like and subscribe. Like and subscribe down below or wherever the place is, because I release a lot of these videos. And if you're not signed up on our newsletter, go over to trademaestro.com so you can get signed up over there as well. And what you can do is you can stay ahead of the curve, and you can beat the market and beat the other people that are trading simply because you're educated. All right. So be sure to like and subscribe and follow. And until next time, I wish you the best. Happy trading. We'll talk to you soon.